Brics is about to hold its 16th annual summit in Russia next week. Since last year, the 15th summit of Brics, where it was held in Pretoria, South Africa, the anticipation was set high that in each annual summit that there will be a new announcement. For the whole year, Brics was announcing that the number of countries that are increasing, who are interested to be a member of Brics, and also who actually have applied to be a member of Brics. It was last year that Brics announced its expansion. In addition to the 5 founding members, 5 new countries were added, making the bloc a membership of 10 countries. Now, the founding members are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and who joined later, South Africa. In 2023, the Brics announced that its addition to more 6 countries. One of them has withdrawn later, but the 5 countries who have officially joined Brics are, you have Ethiopia and Egypt from Africa. From the Middle East, you have Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates and Iran. Now, from Latin America, there was Argentina, but with its new president, which is completely on the side of the Western Bloc, so it has withdrawn. Now, this 10 membership for the first time with 10 members and other interested groups and states are going to attend the 16th summit. It was in this summit, ahead of this summit, that Russia has announced, or the bloc as in general has announced this week when it was holding its business forum prior to the annual summit, that it has launched, the bloc has launched a new payment system, the actual card of the payment system. Now, this came as a surprise. To make it even more interesting, Brics has distributed that actual payment card to the participants. There were 1,000 and more representatives from different countries and heads of states who attended it. The card actually holds 500 rubles Russian currency that will enable in different parts of the World Trade Organization for the members to purchase. So it was not just a talk. It was actually a practical action taken by the group. There was a lot of new announcements, but now we are going to dwell in this presentation. What does it mean, this launching of new payment card? How does it work? Those are the things that we are going to look at in this presentation. Now, for the past year, since the last 15th summit, Brics was announcing like having an alternative internet as opposed to what we have now, which is controlled by the Western Bloc, meaning Europe and the United States. To be specific, it was just also last week that Russia, actually by its president, Vladimir Putin, proposed an alternative financial institution, meaning as opposed to IMF, to have their own financial institution that works independently. This payment card now makes it actually, Brics was really preparing underground on more things. As the head of the Chamber of Commerce who led this business forum, the Chamber of Commerce president said that there will be more announcement during the official summit, annual summit, which will take place from the 22nd to the 24th of this month in Russia, as Russia is the chairperson of this year. The motto or the theme for this year is that it's strengthening multilateralism for just global development and security. And this is where this new payment card also lies in. Now, let's go in detail. Now, a takeaway from you very quickly is that now the launching of this debated Brics payment card, and then there was a hands-on experience by the participants, and also the system can utilize digital currencies or stable coins representing member states' national currencies. Those are huge. That's a leapfrog for Brics. Now, this highly anticipated global payment system was officially launched at the Brics Business Forum in Moscow, making a major step forward in the evolution of financial transactions amongst the bloc member nations. Remember, this bloc it's all about the global south as opposed to the Europe and United States, which is the Western as it is known in general. Now, designed to transform how money moves across members' borders, the payment platform looks to offer an autonomous and cost-efficient alternative or traditional international payment systems. Now, unveiling this new payment system, what does it mean? That now to showcase the system's capabilities, Brics Business Forum attendants were issued demo cards preloaded with 500 rubles, as I said it earlier, which could be used at various locations within the World Trade Center. The unveiling of Brics payment card marks a significant milestone in the bloc's quest for greater financial autonomy and de-dollarization, because now they are going to use not those dominating currencies like the US dollars and euro. Now countries or these members of the bloc will be able to use their own national currencies. The same is true also when they transact for the international transaction between member states. They don't have to devalue their currency anymore by changing it to euro and US dollars. They can transact through their currencies. This is why you see more and more countries globally wants to join, because it's also independent. It's not intimidating, because whenever there is a clash or kind of a conflict of interest with the US or Europe in general, then there is this, it's like a monetary tool that they are, these countries, the Western countries, have a more say to block the funds that these countries need. But now with their own currencies, they have more freedom. Now, by developing an independent payment system, Brics nations aim to reduce their reliance on Western financial institutions and establish a more decentralized and solid global financial architecture that is independent of the International Monetary Fund and also independent from the World Bank. That's really a huge major step forward for the members and globally as well. The Brics group, or this bloc, is it accounts for more than 40% of the population, and the GDP is going to be at the end of this year to be around 44%, and that is really big. This is what the Chamber of Commerce president said during the business forum. Full control over financial resources is necessary for countries to achieve their sovereignty. This pursuit is a shared goal among nations striving for independent policies and the well-being of citizens. To bring the Brics Pay project to fruition, a coalition of technological, financial, legal, and consulting firms has established the Brics Pay Consortium. So as you can see, it has comprised of all these areas in terms of legal, in terms of consulting firms, in terms of technology, for those who are using Bitcoin and others and financial, it has comprised all this group. So it's really, in a way, safe sound for members to jump in and to be able to use this to develop that trust amongst member states. This consortium, now group of consortium, will operate a decentralized autonomous organization, in its acronym name DAO, in compliance with the regulation of each member country. How Brics Pay streamline cross-border transactions. Now, how does it work? That's something that we're going to look at now. Now, Brics Pay facilitates seamless transactions among the Brics group member countries, the founding members, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, including also the one newly joined, Ethiopia, Egypt, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. Brics Pay utilizes blockchain technology, you see, and smart contracts to enable transparent and decentralized decision making. The platform can support digital currencies or stable coins pegged to the national currencies of member states. You don't have to change your own national currencies anymore to the dominant one, like dollar and euro. This allows Brics Pay to reduce its reliance on traditional systems and minimize transaction costs. Yes, because whenever countries are forced to change that to the dollar or euro, they are every time losing. They have costs. A key feature of the system is its adherence to each member country's legal and regulatory framework. That is what makes it easier and wanted by almost all countries. Even there are countries from Europe and from North America. Now Cuba has also applied. More and more countries will join, given that it's independent policies. This setup enables quick and low-cost transactions, which could boost trade and investment among Brics nations. In a hands-on demonstration at the summit, users could register for the Brics Pay card using QR code. This is also, you see, where we say that it has that consortium of technology. The attendees then used the preloaded fund, which is 500 rubles of Russian ruble, to purchase items such as drinks and souvenirs at the business forum. What a nice way to introduce this, the long-awaited of the Brics payment card to its members and to the world, because this really came as a surprise. Now, to give you a background to those of you still not familiar with Brics, Brics is comprised of, it's an international organization later developed to a geopolitical bloc, with their governments meeting annually at formal summits and coordinating multilateral policies. It has been like that since 2009. Bilateral relations among Brics are conducted mainly based on non-interference and equality and mutual benefit. The founding countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and then South Africa, now the new members for the first time, are going to hold the annual summit next week, but also prior to that, in this forum, in the foreign ministerial meeting, they have been already attending since they have joined officially at the beginning of this year in January. In terms of numbers, this is what Brics looks like. In terms of numbers, I have some let me see if I can find and share with you what it means. Just a second. Yeah. just to give you, for you to compare, in 1992, the G7 BRICS, you can see it as, a reaction for G7, although G7 have only a few members, those only, the superpowers. Now, in 1992, the G7 accounted for 45.5% of global GDP, and BRICS countries accounted for 16.7%. Fast forward in 2023, the group of countries, BRICS, accounted for 37.4%, while G7 only accounted for 29.3%. The gap is increasing and will continue to grow. And this is inevitable, as given, China's and Russia's and others, also Africa's power and all the things that they own and the manpower. In every level. It's logical. It's not just by surprise. Before, it was the neo-colonization and everything. Otherwise, most of the things, the resources are available in the global south. In the past decades, BRICS states have accounted for 40% on the global GDP increment. Now, in 2024, it's expected to grow by 3.2%, while G7 is expected only to grow by 1.7%. So this is, in terms of number, what it looks like. Thank you very much for tuning in. That was about BRICS launching a new payment card. What do you think of this? What kind of significance will it bring in the wallet and for the global south, and compared to what we are familiar with the Western payment system? Let us know in the comment section. Before I close, I would like to remind you, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give it a like if you find it informative enough, and share the video with others. You may help us further through our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. For those of you who are continuing supporting us, thank you very much. We are so grateful. I want to give a special thank you to Leo Seto for your support through our PayPal account, and others. You know who you are. Thank you again, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.